we're back with more breaking news. Look who has made a return. I definitely feel 5 years younger looking at this guy again. I'm not even 31. I'm 25, 26 years old all over again. Dr. Fauci returns to the spotlight to address the hantavirus concerns. It may be time to start wearing masks again, maintaining social distancing. So it looks like we got to stand 6 to 35 feet apart from people and not go on a cruise.
So I have another update, and y'all, this is getting more and more crazy as it goes. So allegedly, the people that were going to Nebraska, that went to Nebraska, some of them may be now headed to New York, because around 2 or 3 of them are from the state of New York, and people are panicking. New York has basically put themselves on a high alert because they said they want to be safe than sorry. They've been through this before. And the fact that New York is a congested area, a small congested area. So what better place to send people who need to be isolating somewhere is to send them to New York to potentially isolate in their own apartments or wherever they find for them. Y'all, this is just changing by the minute. So definitely hit your notifications, subscribe to the channel so you can stay aware of what exactly is going on.
There are 3 individuals who call New York home. We don't know whether those individuals will be returning to New York. I believe that there's a 42-day monitoring period, and they can decide whether they want to do that in Nebraska or come back and make other accommodations. But my health department, my departments, all have been involved with the CDC from the beginning. And I want to make sure that the CDC is capable of handling something should it grow larger than they're predicting. And I say that because I know that over a year ago, there were significant cuts at the CDC as part of the Elon Musk Doge cuts. And so I've asked, we have outstanding researchers here in the state of New York, scientists. Our Wadsworth laboratory is second to none. So I've activated them to start preparing New York for worst case scenarios and hope they don't come. But I cannot, as governor, not be prepared for anything that could happen. We are putting together a plan. Again, this is not to be expected. It's transmitted very differently than the coronavirus, and so there's no panic, no concern. But I just need to be proactive. That's all, and that's not a sign that we think something is worse than we're being told. But I think it'd just be really smart if it's limited to these 3 individuals. They test negative or they're treated. It could be contained. But this is New York. It's a large, densely populated state and city, and I just need to do the responsible thing and prepare.
And we have major breaking news from the WHO. Hantavirus update that changes the story. One of the Canadians now self-isolating was never on the cruise ship. They sat on the same flight home as 2 people who were. That's the first confirmed secondary exposure outside the ship itself. So looks like their theory that it could only be spread from animal or rodent to human could possibly and perhaps be wrong, especially if one of the Canadians are now self-isolating. And this is not to draw fear. This is just to look at the pure facts. And huge breaking news from France. Emmanuel Macron announces the suspension of classes in schools and universities starting Monday until further notice due to the hantavirus.
Who profits from the hantavirus is not coming near me, not my family, not my friends. Period. Fear kills more of you than any virus ever will. Fear is the real pandemic. It is what gets in your blood before a single microbe does. Fear on its own is a killer. It is the same fear that made millions of you run to take the jab before it went through real verification and testing, lining up to put things in your body that should never have been there. No questions, just panic. Me, I have faith. So much faith that even if hantavirus touched my door, I would not die from it because I don't live in fear. Fear makes you compliant. It makes you blind. You stop asking who profits from your panic. It makes you sick. Stress, cortisol, weakened immune system. Fear literally makes you weaker. It makes you a lab rat. first in line for every solution they sell you. You all need to start having more faith. Faith in your body, faith in your gut, faith that you weren't born to cower. Stop letting fear consume you, because the truth is they don't have to kill you with a virus if they can kill you with fear.